from Past the Plants, and today I'm going to show you how to make an amazing veggie burger that is gluten-free, nut-free, oil-free, what else free? All kinds of, it's free of pretty much grain-free. It's free of pretty much everything except flavor and texture. It is so delicious, and it actually has veggies in it. What I mean by that is a lot of times when I look at veggie burger recipes, I see they've got rice and beans and oats and all kinds of stuff, but hardly any actual veggies. I'm like, come on, where are the vegetables? This is a veggie burger. And I think one of the reasons behind that is because it's really hard to get something to stick together. And so they want it to be hearty and chewy, and so they're using all these different ingredients to try to make up for the texture. And I have to tell you, I have been slaving away on this recipe for a long time. I've tweaked it a million different ways, and I think I've landed on something pretty great. I am going to be the first to admit that I will probably do future iterations of this because I will probably always be on the search for the holy grail of veggie burgers, vegan veggie burgers, I should say. But with this one, I'm really happy with where it is right now, and I want to share it with you because I would love to have you make it and let me know what you think. And today I'm trying out a new format for these videos where I'm going to be showing you more of an overhead view as I put these burgers together, and then I'll come back and assemble a burger for you and we will give it a taste. I will anyway. All right, we'll see you in a minute. Okay, so you're going to start with a 1/4 cup of dried chickpeas and soak them in water overnight, and they will magically transform into a 1/2 cup of soaked chickpeas. They just grow. It's pretty cool. So you'll put that in the food processor and pulse that until it's really, really fine crumbs. You don't want paste and you don't want large chunks of chickpeas. Okay, so you'll just set the chickpea mix into a bowl for later on in the process. Now you'll do a 1/4 cup of sun-dried tomatoes, a cup of pepitas, just raw shelled pumpkin seeds. Toss that on in there and pulse that until it is really fine crumbs. It takes a little bit because the pepitas are a little bit hard to start with. And then just get them to where they look really even and a nice mix. No big pieces of anything. Should look like that. And go ahead and put that in a bowl for later where you'll mix the veggie burgers. And now you need your shredding attachment to process all the lovely veggies that are going in. We're gonna start with cauliflower. And go ahead and sneak a couple of garlic cloves in there at this time because they can go in whenever you want. And we'll just process a whole head of cauliflower. Depending on how big your food processor mouth is, it'll take a little longer. Mine is really nice and big. I use a Cuisinart 14 cup food processor that I love, and you can see the link to it in the description. So it just takes, literally I only had to speed this up a little bit. Processing these veggies is super fast. So we're just getting through cauliflower, and you only need to make the pieces as big as will fit in the bowl, so you hardly have to do any chopping. And that is 2 carrots chopped into about 1-inch pieces. That gives it a nice small little shred when you put them through the attachment. Now we have 16 ounces of mushrooms, quartered. Get those in. And then 1 onion. I like to use white onion, just chopped up. And more onion. Sometimes it takes 2 times through. And we're done. So now it is time to get this mix roasted in the oven. I really prefer the roasting method over sauteing, but you can saute if you want. And I combine it with the pepita and tomato mixture sometimes. Sometimes I don't, just depends. But in this case, the moisture from the veggies will help to keep the pepita and the tomato mixture softened. So we're just gonna spread it out on this big baking sheet. You might need 2 baking sheets depending on how big they are and how much space you have. But I have this extra large one and it fits. I do it on parchment paper, sometimes not. It works either way. And I've just been baking this in 15-minute intervals at 425. So it takes about 30 to 35 minutes before it all is just done. And that's how it looks. It's beautiful. Ta-da! Okay, so now you'll take 3 cups of that mixture and put it in a bowl and add the soaked chickpeas and then 1 teaspoon of salt and then about 4 tablespoons of barbecue sauce or steak sauce, any kind of flavoring that you want. I like to use barbecue sauce, but it's up to you. And then of course some fresh ground black pepper. And then you're just gonna mix this up until it's thoroughly combined and the whole mixture has accepted all of that moisture and it's shapeable. So if you can't make it into patties, then you might want to add just a touch more barbecue sauce, but you don't want it to be too wet. So now you'll portion it into 6 patties, and it's about half a cup per patty. And I just use an ice cream scoop because it's easy and it makes it uniform, but you can do whatever you want. And you're going to bake this at 400 for 15 minutes, and then take it out and flip it over and bake the other side for another 15 minutes. You can also baste them with barbecue sauce if you want, which will just kind of give it a little extra flavor all the way around and kind of preserve some of the moisture inside as well. So that's totally up to you. So that's what they look like when they're done. And now we are going to make a burger. Okay, I'm hungry, so I'm gonna put one of these veggie burgers together and we'll see how they turn out. Okay, so I'm going to do all my favorite toppings. So I have tofu bacon, lettuce, tomato, red onion, avocado, pickle, and cashew cream. I'm not gonna make a deluxe burger today because I just wanna taste like the flavor of the veggie burger as much as possible. But I do have my cashew cream, which I use as my mayonnaise. I realize that makes this not nut-free if that's what you're going for, but I trust that you have an equally good mayonnaise option for you, vegan mayo option. I just love to use this because it makes it extra savory and kind of adds a little cheesy flavor too. And then I'm gonna do some mustard. This is just how I do my burger. You do it however you want. Okay, and then let's see. I think I'm just gonna go basic here. Got my patty. This is a really big bun, so it just about fills out the bun. And then I'll just do a little lettuce and some tomato and some, whoa, get on there. Get there, get there. Wants to slide off. All right, we're gonna make him behave. Okay, there we go. Kind of like bend down the seam there. And then I'm skipping the onion. All right, because I kind of want to be able to fit this in my mouth, and I can tell it's going to be really big. Okay, so now I'm going to slice it in half because I want to show you the texture. I have a really cool knife that lets me do it without smushing it. Ooh, but I don't want to cut my plate. That would not be good. Okay, there we go. Take a look at that. Isn't that great texture? Oh my gosh, it looks so good. It's perfect. All right, so let's give it a go. Yum! Mmm. It doesn't taste veggie. It doesn't taste vegetal. And it doesn't taste like it's just a big pile of oats and beans. I really love that about it. It's not perfect. I'm going to tell you this straight up. I 100% have to tell you it's not perfect yet. And I really want to get it to perfect, but I also don't want to wait to share it with you because it's really good and it's worth making. And I'm going to be continuing to tweak it and come back to let you know how it's made it even better. So I think it's just a ratio thing. So when it comes to the chickpeas, and I'm also going to try it with a couple of other things. So we'll see. But so far, I really love this. I'm happy with where it is right now. I'm not content. So I will continue to test it. But I really wanted to be able to share it with you guys and give you another option for how to use the vegan ground beef because I love having that on hand and being able to whip it into a burger. And this is a great way to do it. So here we go. Yep. Looking yummy. Okay, friends, so if you are interested in making this recipe, I've got a link to it right in the description below, and it'll take you to the blog post with the full recipe where you can print it out, save it to your phone, send it to a friend, whatever you want to do. I hope you'll give this recipe a try as well as all of the other vegan ground beef recipes that I have. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so that I can start leaving you little messages in the community section. Be like, hey, this is what's coming. So help me get there. I'm excited. That's my next milestone.
So now I am going to go finish this burger and keep testing these recipes because it is so fun, even though I have to keep doing all these dishes. Dishes are everywhere. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye.